Hello, beautiful people. Welcome and welcome back to our applied mechanics lessons. On today's video, we will be continuing with our moments series or moments lessons because let's face it, there is about a million different scenarios that you could find when you need to calculate your moments. All right. So just to recap, we did a couple of examples over the last couple of videos, which I'd highly recommend that you check out, by the way. So the first that we checked out was a simply supported beam, and it had one single point load that was acting directly in the center of that beam. Very easy. Normally, if you take whatever force you're given here and divide it by 2, you get these two different forces. But that's not up to me. You need to calculate that because you are course working towards getting some marks. Okay, the second type that we did, it was also a simply supported beam, but it had 2-point loads. This one becomes a little bit more complicated because you cannot just analyze the top of your head. You can almost tell after practicing quite a bit how the forces will normally be inclined, which is most likely to carry the highest force based on which highest load is acting closest to which. But again, that will be up to you to calculate, right? Then the third one we calculated was if you were not dealing with a point load or point loads and you were subjected to a uniformly distributed load. And what we mean by a uniformly distributed load is that instead of the load acting at one single point like in this and in this example, it is essentially distributed along the entire length of the beam, and it is distributed equally per meter of every specific inch of the beam. Okay, so that was the latest one that we covered. Today I want us to go into an example where I'm not trying to complicate anyone's life, but I'm just trying to see something. So today I want us to first go into one where it's simply supported. It has, let me see, how can I make this fun? It has a UDL, then it has a point load, a 2-point load. Yeah, I wish I could add on a third one, but let's just leave it at that. So this one we could say it's 10 kilonewtons per meter. This is 5 kilonewtons. This is 5 kilonewtons. That's A, that's B. Now let's just allocate some distances. So this is over 2 meters. Then that's 2 meters again. Let's just make the remainder of the distance 2 meters as well. So the total length of the beam is actually 6 meters. I want us to try and tackle it to see if we're able to find the reactions at A as well as the reactions at B, right? So this kind of combines all the examples we've covered up until today. So remember I said step 1, when you're dealing with something that just looks foreign, it doesn't look like what you know, you make it look like what you know, okay? And on here already we can see the pink elephant in the room is that UDL. It looks like it's complicating life for us, and we don't want anything that complicates life for us. So previously we said what you can do is essentially turn that UDL into a point load so that it's easy for you to calculate. The other point loads remain the same. We just need to take this one into account. Okay, so we had 2, 2, 2 there. I have no idea why I made that 3, but remember we said in a point where you need to now convert from your UDL to a point load, it now acts in the very center of the distance that it was at. So remember this UDL is initially was acting along this length, but as a point load, it will act right in the middle. Okay, that 5 remains 5, that 5 remains 5, and on here we have 10 times 2. And that's 20 kilonewtons as a point load. So that will be 20 kilonewtons. And from there, you kind of calculate everything the way you would have went about calculating it. So this becomes 1. Then the distance between these two will become 4. Wait. Am I lying? It's actually 3, not 4. Yes, I'm lying. 3. And then, yes. I feel like these lines are throwing me off as well. But anyway, we know that now that's 1, That's 1. It was 2 to there, and 2 to the very end. Okay, then we had our A over there, and we had our B over there. Then we know, so take moments at A, clockwise is equals to anti-clockwise. Then we have our 20 times 1 plus 5 times 3 plus another 5 times 4. Wait. Yeah, it is times 4 because there's 2 between that 5 and the support. Okay, I hope I'm not confusing myself and you. No. I think my brain's getting tired. Yeah, minus RB times the total distance, which is 6. Let's just double check our distances. So this should be 2 from the supports. And this should be 4. Well, another 2 over there. Then 1 and 1. Okay, 1 and 1. So that times 1, 5 times 2 actually, not times 3. What diagram did I come up with here? Okay, you know what? Let's redo this part. I don't like giving myself a headache for no reason. Let's just space them out nice and wide. So we have 2 meters, 2 meters, 2 meters. Then I had 5 kilonewtons here, 5 kilonewtons there. And then we had our UDL over here. Okay, I think the problem was that I spaced them up a bit too wide. Then our UDL became that 20 there. So this was 1, 1, 2, 2. This makes more sense. Moments at A. Let's try this again. Let's disregard whatever happened up there because, wow. Okay, so we had 20 times 1 plus 5 times 2 plus 5 times 4 minus RB times 6 is all equals to 0. Okay, then we had 20 plus 10 plus 20 minus 6 RB is equals to 0. 20 plus 10 plus 20, 50. I don't even know why I'm calculating that. 50 is equals to 6 RB. And RB is equals to 8.333 kilonewtons. Okay. Then similarly, we'll take moments at B. Clockwise is equals to anti-clockwise. So when you're standing at point B, you have the first 5 times 2 plus 5 times 4 plus 20 times 5 minus 6 RA is all equals to 0.